Oh man, goodness. Am I live yet? I hope I'm not live. I've been saying this. Oh, hey guys. So I think I was live while I was saying crazy stuff just now. Anyways, um, I wanted to just get on. This is my weekly live. I need to be more intentional about it. I do it every Wednesday night, but I really need to be like, this is going to happen at 9:30 on Wednesdays, yada, yada, yada. And I haven't done that quite yet. And honestly, part of it is that for my challenges, I do a live on Wednesdays um, earlier in the day at 8:30. And so having another live, and I do this right after. So my live for my challenges, I like to stay on with them as long as I possibly can, or as long as they need me and they're asking questions, stuff like that. So I want to stay on. So that's why this live has been whenever it starts kind of thing. So, so let's talk, right? A question I get a lot is about my meal plans and what I was eating, when I lost weight on the keto diet as I was losing weight. And so I eat, I don't eat the same things every day, but I come darn close, right? So I have a video up on, and I was like one of the first videos I put up on YouTube, and it's my ground turkey taco salad. I have that quite often. That is one of my favorite meals. And it's ground turkey, right? And it's tons of spring mix or butter lettuce or romaine lettuce, whatever kind of lettuce I'd like, some salsa and some avocado. And that is it. That is the entire meal. Every so often, I might put sour cream on it if I need some extra fats, but usually I don't. Usually I'm good. So, I mean, I eat those types of things. I put together a meal plan right here, and this is for my, I have this on my website, but it's just highlighting some of the things that we eat on keto, and it's good foods. It's healthy foods. I don't do a ton of like, I'm not like one of those keto people who you see like a ton of cheese and like pork and like beef and all this other stuff. And this massive plate of crazy food and I'm just chowing down. That's not who I am, right? I'm getting tons of vegetables in because the nutrients that I'm getting in vegetables and the vitamins that I'm getting in vegetables are what my body needs to heal and to be healthy. So I'm eating that. I'm eating things that are going to keep the inflammation low in my body because I need, my body inflames quite easily. That's why I have arthritis and I have plantar fasciitis in both my feet. And it was like, the top level of plantar fasciitis, according to the doctor. And the reason is because, my body inflammation is just drawn to my body because of the way that I was eating, maybe. I don't know. But now I don't have that inflammation because eating the keto lifestyle. But I try and stay away from, I don't do a ton of dairy. I still do dairy. I'm not like Miss, no dairy. I'm not that person. But I don't do as much of it. So I do some cheese. I don't do milk. I do a little bit of heavy cream in my bulletproof coffee. And I do some, cheese and what else? A little bit of yogurt here and there. Plain full fat, plain Greek yogurt, but that's it. Like I don't do, obviously don't do ice cream or anything like that because it's keto, but that's what I do, right? That's the way that I eat. Lots of vegetables. Whatever I'm having, you're going to have vegetables in it. I have this meal, one of my new favorite recipes called Pizza in the Bowl. It has cheese on it, it has ground turkey, and it's got tons of like vegetables mixed in it. And it's just really good. So, those are the types of things that I eat. I try and stick to my macros where I can. One of the major things is like something that we all say is macros matter. Macros are important, and they are important. You want to make sure you understand what you should be eating, how much fat you should be eating each day, how much protein, how many carbs you need to eat each day, right? For your individual height, age, weight, body fat percentage, activity level, all these different things. So I actually created my own macro calculation. I'm an engineer by trade. So, I put together my own macro calculation using using just some, as after I'd done a bunch of research and things like that. And that's the macro calculation that I use for my clients and stuff. But, you can find them online as well. Mine is going to be different, obviously, because it's mine, right? But it's going to be different. But yeah, you can, once you get your macros calculated, eat to that. Like people ask me, how much should I be eating each day? How much of this, how much of that? And I'm like, eat based on your macros. Whatever your macros are, that's what you should be eating. Hey, Crystal, how are you? Glad you joined. So yeah, eat based on your macros. Whatever your macros are, whatever it's telling you to eat, however amount of fat, carbs, and protein that you're supposed to eat a day, eat that. It's kind of simple when you think about it, right? And I'm also one of those people who I don't believe you have to eat to your macros all the time. Hey, Esperanza. Oh, I have a friend named Esperanza. But yeah, you don't have to eat to your macros every single time. I'm sorry, not that. You don't have to track forever, right? I'm a firm believer that as long as you're documenting at the beginning for the first few months, you kind of know what you're supposed to be eating. So it shouldn't have to be that hard moving forward, right? And then after that, if you start to plateau for a few weeks, you might want to go back to documenting, right? But documenting is not something that you have to do forever. It's just, I know people who documented their entire weight loss journey. And, I mean, like when I say documented, tracked every meal that they ate. And I'm always so impressed with that because I'm like, I know I couldn't do that. But I definitely did it at the beginning. I definitely did it for a while just to make sure that I was, eating what I was supposed to and not going above my carb level, right? So what questions do you guys have? I just wanted to get on here to answer any questions and also just talk about like foods, like keto foods. What are we eating? What should we be eating? How do we continue to get healthy? How do we continue to heal our bodies, right? Because keto is about weight loss, but it's really about healing. Like I had to kind of school somebody the other day because, they were like, you can lose weight doing this, that, and the third. And I'm like, sure, there's tons of ways to lose weight, but you can lose weight eating a bunch of processed foods. But is that the healthiest way? Like you want to lose weight in a way that's going to heal your body. So you have to think about, everything. You have to think about what you're eating, what you're putting in your body, what's best for your family, what they're putting in their body. Stay away from all those sugars. Those sugars are not doing anything for us but inflaming our bodies. Keto heals, and there's studies that shows that. And it's not just even weight loss studies, like epilepsy. Look up what's starting to be looked at as a cure for epilepsy. It's keto, right? MS, keto, which is multiple sclerosis, right? It's a neurological disease. Keto, right? It's everything. You want to see? So yeah, keto is really healing our bodies, right? It's healing in so many different ways. So, I mean, we're born in ketosis, so it's obviously a natural state for our body. It's just that we've been told that it wasn't. So a question, or Esperanza has I know I'm saying that right. I think I'm saying that right. Esperanza has a question, or I would like to see more meal plans. If you go to my website, I have a full 4-week meal plan with recipes, grocery list, the whole bit that I put together. So you can check that out at lifehealthnow.com. I'll put it in here. I always type it in. Healthnow.com. Clearly I can't think and type, but yeah, if you go to my website, you can see, I mean, this is, full meal plan. You're going to get, full grocery list. You're going to get recipes, a whole thing for each meal. So, it's pretty cool. And it's really helpful too. And then you just take that and you fit them in your macros and you're good. Plus there's tips, right? Because that's the thing. One thing that I wanted to make sure is that when I'm giving someone, if I'm giving you a meal plan, I don't want you to just think that you can take the meal plan and go. I want you to actually have tips telling you kind of what to do during these weeks, as you're getting into ketosis, right? So you have a strategy, so you understand, you have a better idea and you understand how to use the meal plans and what you're doing. What's the best exercise for your arms? So I actually have a video on here in YouTube. It's under like my workouts to lose weight or something. It's an arm workout. I did it the other day with one of my clients, one of my personal training clients, and she loved it, right? But yeah, it's going to be, bicep curls, tricep dips, not tricep curls, tricep dips, head bangers. There's all these different things that's going to work your biceps and triceps, and then push-ups. Really, the best exercise for everything is probably push-ups. As much as we all hate them, I know I hate push-ups, but they're really, really helpful. Hey, Deshaun, let me see. Can I purchase a keto plan with me being a vegan? So you can do keto as a vegan, but most plans don't aren't vegan inspired, right? The difference is, or the one thing with vegans is, you have to your percentages aren't going to be as strong or in the same realm as folks who are not vegans. So if you're not a vegan, you likely will have around 70% fat, 20 to 25% protein, 5% carbs. Um, hey Tanya. And so, but if you're a vegan, usually the fat's going to go a little lower in the percentage. So you might be like 65, 60% fat. You might be, your protein still might be 20%, right? Because it's harder to get your proteins in, and your carbs might have to elevate a little bit to around 10%. And the reason is because a lot of vegan foods don't naturally have carbs in them. So now you have to get your carbs in different ways, right? So there's vegan protein powders, which, I mean, those are okay, but it's like you'd rather get them from other sources. There's peanut butter, there's almonds, those different things. There's some peas, you can have some protein in it, and some, what's the other thing? Shoot, my mind just left. Kale and things like that have protein in them, right? So you can get protein from your vegetables, but you got to almost eat a lot of them. And so that's why your carbs end up being impacted. And legumes, right? So a lot of people do eat beans. A lot of vegans eat beans and stuff. Beans are going to give you some protein, but they're also going to give you quite a few carbs. So now you're going to be in that boat. Can you drink protein shakes? Yeah, I love protein shakes. I have them all the time. Like, actually, one of the meals in my meal plan is a protein shake. It's this green protein shake, and I literally drink it every day because it's so good. It's a protein shake that I make, right? So you can do like the regular protein shakes too that's are already pre-made, but you want to look at the nutrition facts and make sure that it's low carbs. Also, I would suggest looking at the ingredients, because for me, the ingredients are just as important as the carbs and all that stuff, right? The nutrition facts. I don't want to have anything that's got like the dextrose and whatever those other names for sugar are, or like Splenda in it, things like that. If it's got stevia, if everything in the list I can pronounce, I'm more likely to get it and drink it and use it, right? But if it's a bunch of stuff that I can't pronounce, I don't know what it is, I've never heard of it, I'm probably not going to use that, So just kind of be careful when it comes to protein shakes. Also, for me personally, I can't do as much whey protein. I'll do it every so often, but I can't do a ton of whey protein. And the reason is because it kind of messes with my stomach a little bit. Folks who are lactose intolerant, who have some sensitivity to lactose, whey can be a little tough at times. So, just be sparing with it. That's why I like Garden of Eden protein powder. It's a vegan one, and it's so good. But I might actually, I think in the description of this video, I've got an Amazon list, and it shows like all my favorite like protein powders and stuff like that. And like, heck, all my favorite everything, because I live on Amazon. My husband's like, why is there another box coming? So I'm always on Amazon. So what I started to do is save things into a list. As I started seeing like the best price of things, I'll save it to my Amazon list so that everybody can like benefit from that. Does collagen powder really help with loose skin? It's supposed to, Ashley. It's supposed to help with loose skin. Collagen powder not only helps with loose skin, but it also helps with like aging. So like everything from like wrinkles and all that stuff, collagen powder is, studies have shown, right, that it helps with. And I will say that if you look at, some of the like stars and things like that. Remember, they used to get like collagen put into their lips and all that stuff. So apparently collagen does have a lot of benefits. And I do use collagen on occasion. I don't use it all the time, but I like to put it in my bulletproof coffee when I remember. I don't remember every day to put it in there. But it definitely has those benefits, right? It's good for the skin. It's good for, it's just good for youth, right? All that stuff. So let me see. What are the best exercises for people with bad knees? Oh yeah. I've got really horrible knees, right? Like my knees, again, I talked about having inflammation at the beginning when I first started this live. So I would say the best things, number one, for bad knees, wear a knee brace. I wear a knee brace in every workout. If you guys have ever watched any of my workout videos, you'll see like Even though I'm like going hard, my knees look ridiculous because underneath my leggings are these insane knee braces because I'm protecting my knees. Um, you still want to be able, you still want to do like squats and stuff like that. My favorite thing though, to strengthen the knees, because in order to get the knees stronger, you have to strengthen the quads. And I have a tendency to try and to like talk with my hands and show things. But anyways, you have to strengthen your quads. And so basically if you go to the gym, and I actually have one at my house because I built the gym in my basement for free. And I'm gonna do a video on how I built it for free in my basement, but it's awesome. Anyways, so the leg extension machine. So it's basically that machine where you're sitting down and you lift your legs up. You got weights on it. That really helps with improving or with your knees when you have bad knees. Doing one leg at a time and shifting the way your feet go. So if your feet go out and then straight and then in, that helps also because you're building different sides of your quads, and it's really helping with strengthening that muscle, which will help to alleviate some of the tension on your knees. So if you want to get, for your knees to improve the pain in your knees, strengthen your quads and hamstrings and calves. But then also you might want to stay away from sugar because usually when you have issues with your knees, inflammation plays a big part of it. I would stay away from sugar and potentially even carbs because that's how I got my knees not to hurt anymore. That's cool. I'm going to check out your list. Oh yeah. Yeah, definitely check out that list. So yeah, any other questions? I must have gone through these questions really fast. I'm really impressed with myself. Who says that? It's so ridiculous. So yeah, but yeah, start thinking about, what keto can actually do for you. Whether you're doing keto, honestly, whether you're doing keto, I was telling someone this the other day because people were always like, I don't want to do keto because I heard that it increased your cholesterol. And I'm like, think about what you're saying, what you're doing, right? No matter what diet or what lifestyle of eating you choose, you can be on the list of making poor decisions, right? If I remember, so I was a vegetarian for 3 years and I was 330 pounds, right? And maybe even more because I stopped weighing myself. As a vegetarian, I gained all that weight. And I'm not saying that vegetarians always gain weight, but if I'm doing it wrong, I'm going to gain weight, right? So I was vegetarian eating a bunch of pasta and processed foods. So I gained weight. If you're doing keto and you're eating a bunch of animal fats and you're eating a bunch of processed foods and all these little snacks that say keto on it, then you may end up with higher cholesterol. You may end up with some of the issues. But if you're eating whole foods and you're keeping your carbs low and not eating any sugar, and you're just being smart and healthy about the way that you do keto, your cholesterol will drop, your blood pressure will drop, and if you have type 2 diabetes, it could go into remission. And I have a client who's managing her type 1 diabetes with keto through keto. I mean, this is what it is. Like, this is a healer. Like I said, I found your channel yesterday and I'm still learning so much about keto because I got to lose 70 to 80 pounds. And I just found out about keto diet lifestyle. So it takes 3 days or more. 3 days. What takes 3 days or more? Oh, you mean getting into ketosis? Ketosis can take about 3 days. Some people, on average, it's about 3 days. Some people, it takes up to 5 days. Other people, it'll be like 1 day. And it just depends on your body. And it also depends on how you get into ketosis. There is a way to get there within a day, right? But the thing is, I always tell folks like, oh, you weren't talking about ketosis. I thought you were talking about ketosis. Sorry. But anyways, I always tell folks that you can do all these drastic things to get into ketosis. Like, you can fast to get into ketosis, and you can do a fat fast or a water fast and all these different things. But those things aren't necessarily sustainable. So it's like, why do that to get into ketosis? And then you're going to be wanting to eat or do crazy things the whole time. Like, do it the right way, eat into ketosis. And then you can work your way into intermittent fasting and all those other things. Ketosis is the state of your body when your body starts to produce ketones. It basically your body depletes the glycogen storage because you're not adding any more carbs into your body, and then your liver starts to make ketones and your body uses that for energy essentially. Um, Let me see. Oh, you were talking about ketosis. Okay, good. Okay, I thought I was crazy. But yeah, so you can do, you know, so yeah, you could do all the crazy stuff in the world to get into ketosis, but the best way to do it, I think, is to eat in ketosis. Like get your macros calculated, and start eating to your macros. And it should take average 3 to 5 days, to get into ketosis, right? And then you can keep doing that, and you'll keep dropping weight. You'll keep losing weight. You'll keep getting healthy. Your body will heal. Like that's the important piece, right? And honestly, even though it can be done fast, right? Anybody can lose weight fast, and some people are really, really like heavy on the fasting, right? And I think go for it because there are benefits of fasting. I agree, but I think you get there over time. I don't think that. I think that if you just start today and start fasting, you're going to struggle, right? Because there's different types of keto, right? There's a moderate fat keto where you're not eating as much fats. But if you jump right from day one to moderate fat keto, you may struggle. Someone mentioned the other day that I was reading like a meme, and they were like, no one tells you that when you start like a healthy lifestyle, or you stop eating, or you go to try and lose weight, you're going to be hungry all the time. And I'm like, I'm not hungry, and I wasn't hungry with keto. Like if you start high fat, you're not going to be hungry because your body can adjust. Fat fills you up. Protein fills you up. So when you're eating like that, you won't be hungry. So it's actually not as hard to do keto as folks think, but folks don't really know how to do it, and so they end up doing it wrong, and then it seems harder. Hey Kim, let me see. Do you drink keto? Do you drink keto as supplements? No, no. So there's a lot of supplements out there, right? There's all these things, these new products. Like keto is the buzzword nowadays, right? So there's a million people who are creating all these products with keto on it, right? So it's like, oh, keto coffee, keto juice, keto this, keto that. And I don't use a lot of them. There is something that I've tried recently, and it was like a keto creamer, right? The folks sent it to me, and I thought, oh, I'll try this, right? And it's actually pretty good, and it's easy. So I'll use it when I'm in a hurry. But I prefer still my bulletproof coffee just because it's so tasty, right? And the other drink is tasty too, but it's faster. So if I'm in a hurry, I'll use that. But I like the warmth and the fat of my bulletproof coffee. So I do love to drink that. But the only supplements I do are apple cider vinegar and Himalayan salt, and turmeric. And that's because turmeric, it helps with inflammation. And like I mentioned, I'm prone to inflammation, but I don't do any other supplements. Well, I guess MCT oil, I do add that to my keto coffee. But that's just an oil. So that's not really a supplement. So yeah, no, I don't really do them. And I don't do a lot of things that say like keto on them, unless I've like really researched the ingredients. Like if you ever see me talking about any like keto products or anything like that, I've researched the ingredients, sorry, because to me it's so important that I know what this is and I'm understanding what it is before I'm actually telling anyone about it. I'm using it and I've gone ahead and done some research on it because it's just so important. Excuse me. All right. Any other questions? Anything else I can answer for you guys? It's been about 23 minutes. I feel like that's a long time. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys soon. Don't forget. Oh, yeah. Let me see. What did you eat starting keto when you first started? I seen your before pics and now how far you have come. Wait, let me see. And you look amazing. Oh, thank you so much. I'm sure you feel amazing also. I do. I really feel good. Partially because, one of the things that I feel good about is being able to spend time with my kids. Oh, can you guys like the video? I forgot. That's something that like is so important on YouTube, that the video gets likes. Because I try and keep doing these lives every week, but I want to make sure folks are watching and that folks are getting something out of them too. But anyway, so what did I eat when I started keto? So it was basically, and I actually posted. I actually have a whole like what I eat in a day keto video And I've got like a playlist, like what I eat in a day, and it's a video showing what I eat. So it'd be like a lot of times a protein shake would be in there somewhere, but it's the one that I make myself. And eggs. I did a lot of eggs or omelet type things with some avocado and things like that. And then usually my ground turkey taco salad for dinner, which I love. Or, something else. I might do like a pizza in a bowl or, different things like that. Pizza in the bowl, I think I came through over time. But when I first started, I did a lot of that darn taco salad. That's like my easiest meal because I can make a huge, huge thing of ground turkey and then just use it over time, over the week or whatever. So yeah, but I've got a video up like what I ate when I started my journey for keto or something like that, or what I eat in a day keto or what I eat in a day keto and intermittent fasting. Is keto long term or short term? I'm new. Sorry. No, it's fine. Keto, it depends. That's a funny question. It depends. So when I started keto, and if you were to watch some of my early videos, I thought that I was just going to do it for like, just to reach goal. And then I was going to be done because, I want carbs again. I can't be doing this whole no carb thing. Right. Or low carb thing forever. Like it's crazy. Right. So I had a whole thing. I even had put together a transition plan and, all this other stuff. And it's okay to transition off of keto and go back to living a regular life, but you can't go back to eating all the crazy things that we ate before, right? So we can't go back to just pizza and ice cream. I talk about pizza and ice cream all the time. So those are like my favorite things, but you can't go back to that. We have to go back to, still understand that we want to stay with foods that are not processed, right? You don't want to go back to processed foods. You don't want to do, you still want to stay healthy, right? You still want to be eating the right way. But you can incorporate carbs back in. So like sweet potatoes, things like that. I love sweet potato fries. So now I've got my butternut squash fries that I eat, but you can incorporate some good carbs, some complex carbohydrates back in there if you'd like. And that's where I thought I'd be. But what I realized was even incorporating those back into my diet, I was like my knees started bothering me again. Like my inflammation came back. And I'm like, and I started getting tired again. And I was like, I feel so much better when I'm in ketosis, when I'm eating a keto diet. Like it's crazy. Sometimes if I go like away for a weekend and I decide to do like, I'm going to go off keto this weekend, I plan the cheat and the whole thing, I come back and I feel sick. Not only the weirdest thing, my stomach grows. Like I feel like I'm pregnant. Like that's how big my stomach gets from like a weekend away of like, and it's not like I'm at the weekend. It's not like I'm like killing food for the whole weekend. I'm just eating like regular, but not keto. And I get like my stomach gets huge. I just lose my mind and things do not go well. Like I just don't feel good, right? My body goes and is in pain again. It's bad. And what I realized, and at first I was like, it's because I started keto. That's why my body does that. No, it's actually the opposite. What it is I felt like that and forever and got so used to feeling like that feeling like the pain, I got so used to the pain and used to being tired that it was normal. So then when I got into ketosis and started eating the keto lifestyle, started living the keto lifestyle, I felt healthy. I felt I had energy. I'm not in pain. And then I ate carbs again and I had no energy and I'm in pain. And I'm like, what the heck happened? And I'm blaming keto, but really it's not keto's fault. It's me. It's the carbs that I was eating. That was the wrong way to do things. And once I stopped eating the carbs again, I was energetic and healthy again. So I realized that I'm not going to go back. I'm going to be doing keto forever. Like this is just how I eat now. And now there's so many options too. Like I can eat brownies. Like there's some brownies that I can make if I truly want a brownie. I actually can eat a brownie. And also I've convinced myself, I have mind tricks where I convince myself that I no longer like any other brownie except for keto brownies. Like I literally tried to eat one the other day. Like it was a month ago. I say the other day all the time and it might be a month ago, but I tried to eat one and it was awful. So anyways, where am I at? Thank you for all the information. Oh, no problem. So is it short term? It can be short term. Some people go off of it and you don't necessarily like some people go off of it and gain a ton of weight. You don't have to do that, right? If you transition off of it the right way, you can do it. You don't gain weight. You won't gain weight. I transitioned off for a while and didn't gain weight. And then I did other stuff. So, but that was all wrong. But transition, you can transition it off of it and not gain weight. It is possible. I have clients who've done that. Um, where am I at? Shoot, I'm trying to keep up with the questions. I think I lost where we were. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay. Um, no, wait, where? Okay. I want to thank you for all the information. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. I hear it's called a diet, which is why I'm confused. Okay, so it's called keto diet, right? Or the ketogenic diet or ketogenic lifestyle. The thing is, diet, the word diet really truly means what I eat. Like it literally means what types of food do I eat in general. So you can be on the American diet, which is tons of carbs and pizza and burgers and french fries, right? That's really the American diet, right? And that is a diet. It's essentially what I eat. So in the 80s, someone coined the word diet to mean like restriction. And now it's synonymous with restriction and restrictive and short-term things and, fast fads and all that good stuff, right? Or not good stuff, but all that stuff. That's not really what diet means. Diet actually means like what I eat. So the ketogenic diet means this is the lifestyle, that this is the way that I eat food. And so it doesn't mean like short term, but yeah, someone did coin that in the 80s and just ruin the word forever. The word diet, I mean. See, I'm only obsessed with bread and sugar. I just need to get off of that. Yes, I was obsessed with bread and sugar too. Mostly bread. Like I wasn't eating popping candy or anything, but I could eat bread all day long. Oh my goodness. Pizza and rolls. Like if I was at a restaurant or somewhere where they had rolls, or how they bring bread to the table and put it in the center, like I would want to like pop other people's hand, especially like Olive Garden, those the rolls that they had, or the breadsticks or whatever. Oh my goodness, I'd be losing my mind. I'd always ask for like 3 breadsticks, like 3 extras, or like Little Caesars, how they have the crazy bread. I'd eat those all day. Like awful. I was terrible. That was all I ate was bread. I could eat bread constantly. And now I've just tricked myself not to, or I just convinced myself that it's just not worth it. It's not even a trick. It's really just not worth it. Like I had to think about where I was and where I would be if I continue eating the bread. And that's kind of what we have to do, right? We have to think about our why and think about what's important. Is this bread more important than like me being able to run with my kids? And it's just not. But also, we have keto bread now, so it's about the same. Thank you so much for the videos. They're very informative. Oh, thank you. I mean, you're welcome, I guess. Is it true with keto that breath and private parts will smell? So yes and no. No, the private parts do not smell. That's not a thing. I think somebody made that up because they don't want folks to do keto. Your breath does get bad for a little while. It's called keto breath. What happens is the ketones start to come out through the mouth and your breath is bad. And it's a short-term thing. It's like for a few weeks and then it goes away. Staying hydrated really helps, right? So if you're drinking a ton of water, that helps. And then, just good hygiene, right? Flossing, brushing your teeth, all that stuff helps too. But yeah, it does. It does. Your breath does stink at the beginning, especially for probably about 2 or 3 weeks, depending on the person. Some people longer, but those people might have just had bad breath anyway. Okay, what's next? And really, you get a nasty taste in your mouth. That's what it is too. And you notice it. You're like, I don't like that taste. But eventually, once you detox, and then it's gone. I have a lot of your videos to watch. Oh, thank you. So I can learn about keto since I'm starting my journey. So glad I found your channel. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you found my channel too. Tanya says, yes. I'm going to start this keto lifestyle. When I eat crap, I feel like crap. Yes, we all do. When I eat halfway decent without carbs, sugar, my body overall feels healthier. It really does. And so I have my next challenge. If you guys, need some help starting with keto, my next challenge starts May 13th. But if you go to my website, I put together like a keto starter kit because I was getting the question a lot, like how to start. And so this starter kit it's got my book, like it's an ebook, but it's going to give you all the information on like why keto works, how it works, and how to start. And then 4-week meal plan with meals, recipes, grocery list, the whole bit 4-week workout plan that's going to give you like workouts to do for 4 weeks straight. And then videos to guide you through the process. Like, here's what needs to happen. Here's what you do this week. Here's how you're going to feel this week. Here's why you're going to feel this way. Here's how to combat some of those feelings, things like that. Here's how much you'll probably lose this week. Here's why you didn't lose weight, or here's why you did lose weight, or, those types of things are going to happen. So it's a full, like, it's almost like a course, but it's just a really, like, I call it the ultimate keto starter kit, and it's really helping some folks. So you can find that on my website if you're interested. But then, I mean, it's just a lot of times, there's so much information, so much research out there. So I try to compile it into one so that folks can use it. Is it expensive to be on keto? And is it a food guide somewhere? I just need to know what meals to make. Also, I do mukbang on YouTube. Can you do keto 6 days a week and off 1 day a week? So first question, is keto expensive? I don't think keto is expensive. It's no more than, if you're going eating like at McDonald's every day, right? So, I mean, I make my meals at home. That's the thing. So with keto, a lot of times we do a lot more cooking at home, but I do have clients and folks in my challenges that travel a lot and they eat out all the time, right? So you can go to like Wendy's, and I don't like McDonald's. I don't really go to a lot of the fast food places, but you can go to you can eat fast food on keto. So you can do that. It is not expensive. I don't think it's any more expensive than eating the regular American diet, to be honest. So no, I don't think keto is any more expensive. Is there a food guide somewhere? There's a food guide. There's food guides everywhere, I'm sure. But I have one in that keto starter kit on my website, and a full meal plan actually on my website. But you want to make sure you're getting your macros calculated too. Can you do keto 6 days and off 1 day? You can do keto 6 days and off 1 day, and you'll still lose weight, but you won't feel good. Like that 1 day off, you're going to start to cut that down and end up not even doing it after a while, because you're going to be like, the way you'll feel after that 1 day is what you probably feel right now, but you're going to stop wanting to feel that way. So, but a lot of people do that. A lot of people do like a 80-20 keto, right? So they'll do keto for 4 or 5 days and then come off 1 day. But when the days that they come off, it'll be eating something like, quinoa and sweet potatoes and, Ezekiel bread. So it's still not so far off of keto, and they're probably still a little higher fat than normal on those days too. And a lot of folks will do that like in maintenance. So, it's definitely not against the rules, and you can still do it. Like you can still do that and still get healthy. Because frankly, in the end, right, no one has to be extremely strict with everything. Like, as long as you are one step closer to better health, you're still better than you were, like that's like when folks ask me how to start losing weight, the first thing I say is, like, you don't have to start jumping right into keto if you don't want to. You can start just by making better choices, just by turning down, instead of eating 3 brownies, eat 1, like just making small decisions at the beginning is a good way to start, and then move further and, and over time, just increase what you're doing, What is lazy keto? So I actually have a whole video on lazy keto. I think, is it a video? I can't remember if I made it as a video or if I did that as a live. But lazy keto is essentially just not tracking, right? You're not tracking your macros and stuff like that. You're basically just saying, I want to eat under 20 carbs a day. So you don't even know what your macros are, and you don't know how many calories or anything that you're eating. You're just under 20 carbs. Let me see. Did I miss something else? Yeah. You said macros. What would mine be since I weigh 220? So your macros are not just based on your weight. Macros are extremely personalized. It's like your weight, your height, your age, your weight, height, age, body fat percentage, and your what's the last thing? Body fat. And your activity level. So there's so many different things. So yeah, you can get them calculated on my website, or you can go, I'm sure there's macro calculators out there that you can use as well. I always tell folks, mine is my own creation, my macro creation, or my macros are, I created the algorithm myself. I'm an engineer by trade. So I I did my research and pulled together my own macro calculation, and just developed a tool to do it. Um, I'm the person that's all in or nothing. Yes, all or nothing. I'm like that too. All or nothing. Um, uh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I'm 100% all or nothing. Like it's horrible. Like it's hard for me. Like I can't if I'm going like you guys saw my some of you guys may have seen my video when I lost 30 pounds in 30 days. And the thing is, I lost 30 pounds in 30 days because prior to that, I was all away from keto for the most part. Like I was just like eating whatever because I was, stressed out and I had a low time. And it wasn't necessarily a low time. I was stressed out. I had so much to do and I just was not paying, I was not putting my health first again, it was not making my health a priority for a while. And it was a good, 2, 3 months where I was just not making my health a priority. And the holidays hit and all those things together, it just, I spiraled, right? I spiraled into poor eating decisions and poor eating choices. And so, and part of it was I was getting my personal training certification and I procrastinated to do it. And so I don't want to go into it, but anyways, I went into it on that other video. So check out that video. But yeah, everyone, it happens to the best of us. So, but for me, once I decided that I was going to get back on it, I got back on it, and that's how I am. I'm all or nothing, 100%. So thank you so much. That's the video that inspired me so much. 30-day weight loss. I was amazed. I lose 60 pounds in 6 weeks now. It's hard for me mentally to get on board. Yeah, it's tough. I'm like that too. Like it's tough to I have to do it all now or, yeah, all or nothing. Yeah, I'm the same way. So anyways, anything else I can help you guys with? I need to go ahead and let you guys go. I've got some laundry to do. Mama 4. So, all right. So I'm glad we got to chat. Check out my website again. If you want to start keto, the Ultimate Keto Starter Kit is probably the best thing I've seen out there, honestly. And I mean, I'm being a little bit subjective, I guess, but still, I mean, it's my program. I'm so proud of it, honestly. And I'll put the website here again so you can see it. Yeah, it's a really cool program. So check it out. Let me know what you think. All right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.